On the outside on the 18 from Morrisonville, it's Sean Duquette. Row 4 on the inside, and car number 20 from Plattsburgh, that's Bucko Branham. Shotgun on the field on the 19 is Jamie Begor. Green flag is out. There's another Saturday night of short track racing action. Takes the green flag at the Big A. The outside line bogged down a little bit by the 35 of Brian McGinley. But Sean Duquette thought about a 3-wide move right behind him and then had to back out of that. You got the 93 down to the inside, and it's Chris Frenier, the 35 McGinley on the outside. Right behind them, Duquette with car number 18. Now Atkins moves up in the 68. He's trying to find a way around the 93. The 35 sliding backwards. The 68 trying to get down to the inside of the 93 now off of turn number 2. As they race down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. They come along the front stretch. Showing the way is Jimmy Bushy in car number 11. Second is Cody Myers in the 75. Then it's Jamie Atkins in car number 68 running in the third position. Here comes Bucko Branham on the inside, sticking right down off of turn number 2. He's got his nose underneath the 68, looking for the third spot, going to turn number 3. Trying to come through on the inside line. Bucko Branham looking to go to third on the front stretch, and he will. Jamie Begor is going to try to follow him through on the inside line. You've got the 68 of Atkins trying to close that line off, but the 19 of Begor is there now off of turn number 2. Here comes Begor for fourth. Branham runs in third. Begor trying to come through on the inside line to take that fourth position away from Jamie Atkins in car number 68. It is still Jimmy Bushy leading by 3 car lengths. Then the 20 of Branham in third, closing in on the top 2 cars. Begor has finished the pass on the 68 of Atkins. And now Sean Duquette will make the same pass on the inside line as he goes to 5th. Atkins now back in the 6th position. Racing side by side for 7th, the 35 of McGinley and the 93 of Frenier. Halfway in qualifier number 1. The 75 of Cody Myers sideways through turns 1 and 2. He's going to lose that second spot to Bucko Branham as Branham is able to move underneath with the Myers 75 bad loose in turns 1 and 2. Jimmy Bushy is the leader in the number 11 car. Branham now runs second. Here comes Jamie Begor on the inside line. He's going to grab third going to turn 1. Myers back to the 4th spot. The 18 of Sean Duquette trying to chase him down and move to the inside of that car number 75. He is now a car length off the back bumper, closing into turn number 3. Jimmy Bushy in the 11 car shows the way. Bucko Branham has closed to a car length and a half at the start-finish line. Top 4 cars in the qualifier will pick up handicap, and Branham is in the hunt. He is now less than a car length off the back bumper. He's going to look to the outside, going to turns 3 and 4. Bushy in car number 11 races off the 4th turn. There's 2 laps to go for Jimmy Bushy, and he is going to be under attack. Car number 20 of Bucko Branham goes to the outside in turn number 2. Bushy works through the middle of the racetrack. Branham trying to close down the backstretch, going to turn number 3. He does close the gap, trying to pull even to turn number 4. Stays in it a little bit longer, takes it right up towards the wall along the front stretch. He's going to have the lead at the line. White flag is out. Branham leads by 4 feet on the outside line. Jamie Begor is going to go to that outside line as well. Bushy pushes up in turn number 2. You can see the rear end start to slide out from the number 11. That allows Begor to close on the outside. The battle is for second. Bucko Branham's going to win this one. Here he comes off turn number 4. Checkered flag is going to be out as they race down to the front stretch. It is Branham, then Bushy, then Begor, then Duquette finishing in 4th. And it was the 68 of Atkins 5th, 6th to Cody Myers in the 75. In car number 61 from Plattsburgh, it's Robin Wood. 7 cars ready to run. Qualifier number 2. The J&S Steel Limited Late Models gets the green flag along the front stretch. Shagnon in the number 86, St. Clair in the 56. St. Clair works the top of the track. Shagnon pushes towards the middle. That opens the line on the inside for Freddie Lagoy. Here comes Fred Lagoy going to the lead to turn number 3. Shagnon tries to come back after him. They're 3 wide behind the leaders. Off of turn number 4 to lead lap number 1, it's going to be Fred Lagoy. Lagoy started in that 3rd position, and as the top 2 cars pushed in turn number 2, Lagoy just moved right on through on the inside. So Lagoy shows the way. Shagnon runs second. Here comes Pelkey in the 24, looking to take that second spot away as it's side by side racing behind the leader for spots 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shagnon had the rear end kick out a little bit, almost made contact with the front stretch wall. Lagoy leading. Pelkey runs second. Robin Wood wants to go, and he's got room off too. Robin Wood gets the nose underneath Pelkey going down the backstretch, headed to 3. Shagnon is still in the mix with the 86, but again, you can see that rear end start to kick out. Here comes Robin Wood sticking down to the inside line. He's not quite to second yet as Keith Pelkey got a good run off of turn number 4 to hang on to the second spot. Robin Wood in turn number 2 moves through on the inside. He'll take second away from Pelkey now as they race to the 3rd turn. Lagoy leads by 2 car lengths over Wood. Pelkey runs in 3rd, side by side for 4th. Brandon Atkins in the 4 car coming through. He'll get to that 4th position. Top 4 will qualify and pick up handicap. Robin Wood works right off the back bumper of the 7 of Fred Lagoy. Lagoy goes to the top off of turn number 2. Wood will follow him down the backstretch. Now goes to the outside of Lagoy in turns 3 and 4. Robin Wood's going to take it up towards the wall off the 4th turn as they come down the front stretch halfway in the second qualifier. Lagoy in the 7 car works the inside. Wood on the top of the racetrack. He's going to go to the lead as he flies around the 7 of Lagoy, taking the lead away and then pulling away down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. He's already got a 2-car length advantage over the Jefford Steel sponsored number 7. Running in 3rd, it's the 24 of Pelkey. 4th is Brandon Atkins. The 21 of Dave Raptoy, bobble in turn number 1. He's fighting the handling on that 21 machine. He'd like to make a pass on Atkins to get into that 4th position. That would allow him to gain handicap moving into the feature event. Pulling away is Robin Wood. He's got the Gunny-Inca Bingo, Leland's Barbershop, Rent-A-Wreck sponsored number 61, leading by some 10 car lengths off turn 2. Then it's the Jefford Steel number 7 for Lagoy. The 24 of Keith Pelkey works in that 3rd spot. The Northline Utilities 4 of Atkins running in 4th. And then Dave Raptoy driving the Furniture World of Vermont, Island Excavating, Culligan, the Parts Store, Sharpeno's Body Shop, sponsored number 21, sitting in the 5th position, but he hasn't been able to make a lot of progress closing in on that 4 car of Brandon Atkins. Again, if he can get to the top 4, he'll pick up handicap in the feature event. Behind it, the 21, it's the 86 of Shagnon, and then the 56, the S&L trucking car for Casey St. Clair. White flags out for Robin Wood. He worked his way quickly to the front, and he is going to win this one by nearly a full backstretch over the 7 of Fred Lagoy. Here he comes for the final time through turns 3 and 4. Now along the front stretch, Robin Wood with an easy victory in qualifier number 2. Fred Lagoy in the 7 car going to finish in 2nd. Keith Pelkey 3rd. Brandon Atkins does finish in 4th. 5th goes to Dave Raptoy. 6th goes to Mike Shagnon. And 7th goes to Casey St. Clair in the number 5 of that machine. First time out in the number 37 from Milton, Vermont, it is Larry Underwood. 8 cars ready to run. First qualifier for the Renegades. First of 3 for the Renegades tonight. And the green flag is out. Top 4 cars will qualify and pick up handicap going into the feature event. Rick Donor moves to the outside of the 51 of Freeman Sawyer off of turn number 2. 3 wide action down the backstretch for 3rd. Sawyer's on the inside. Donor is in the middle. And on the top of the track is the H2O. That would be one Robert Gordon. Racing for the lead, it is the 357 of Curtis Seymour. He's got the lead to the line. The 28 of Ryan Booten runs in the 2nd spot. He's on the top of the track. Freeman Sawyer in car number 51 pushed up in 1 and 2, but everybody was able to move past on the outside line. The battle for 3rd, Rick Donor in the 1, the H2O of Rob Gordon. Leading the way is the 357 of Kurt Seymour. 2nd is still the 28 of Ryan Booten. Then you've got the side-by-side battle for 3rd. And Lance Raptoy wants to run as well with the Culligan-sponsored number 11. He is sitting right now in the 5th position as he tries to duke it out with the 1 and the H2O. Curtis Seymour, the 357, leads by 3 car lengths. And it's Ryan Booten in car number 28 working the top of the racetrack, hanging on to 2nd for now, but it's the 1 of Rick Donor taking the 2nd position away at the start-finish line. So Donor goes to 2nd, Ryan Booten running in 3rd. Rob Gordon, the H2O, way to the top of turn number 2. Ryan Booten to the top in the middle of the backstretch. He actually got the right side tires off and got a piece of the bunker kicking up the dirt along the backstretch. He's going to slide and lose 1 spot, make it 2 spots now along the front. Halfway in this first qualifier for the Renegades. Top 4 cars will qualify. Pick up handicap for their feature event. The 357 of Kurt Seymour leads by 3 car lengths over Rick Donor in car number 1. Donor chasing him down, though. The 11 car of Lance Raptoy working in 3rd. Robert Gordon in the H2O runs in the 4th position. And then you've got the race for 5th between the 44 of Tyler Terry and the 28 of Ryan Booten. Tyler Terry, of course, was involved in that exciting feature finish last Saturday night. He was racing for the lead for a number of the closing laps with his brother before Josh eventually pulled away, and Tyler ended up losing the 2nd spot to Joe Warren, who had a very good finish. 2 laps to go for Curtis Seymour with the 357. The 1 of Rick Donor still about 2 to 3 car lengths off of his back bumper. Lance Raptoy in car number 11 is in 3rd. Robert Gordon has the H2O rolling still in that 4th spot. Lance Raptoy is able to close to the back bumper of Rick Donor, peeks to the inside along the front stretch with the white flag out. Curtis Seymour, the 357, still maintaining that same advantage off of turn number 2. Robert Gordon actually lost a car length, it appeared, going into 1 and 2 that time as he tried a real high line on the racetrack, but he's maintained a lot of momentum going into turns 3 and 4. Here they come off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. The winner is Curtis Seymour. 2nd, Rick Donor. 3rd, Lance Raptoy. 4th, the H2O of driving the 08. He is from Dannemora as well. That is Andrew Bordeaux. driving the Vacuum City sponsored number 08. 7 cars ready to run. Second qualifier for the Renegades. Here they come. Green flag. Jimmy Varno in the 07 and the 23 of John Booten work over in turn number 2. Right behind them, it's the 98 of Brian Chris. Don Franklin, he thought about a 3-wide thread the needle move, but he backed out of that as the line was taken away. They're still side by side from first back through 6th as they come off of turn number 4. It almost looks like they're coming to take the green flag again. Side by side racing in the top 6 positions. Andrew Bordeaux not at the same speed that we've seen him for much of the year with the 08. They had problems with the transmission last week, and that car appears to still be a little bit ill. I'm not sure they found the problem with the 08. Out front, it is the 07 of Jimmy Varno, and it's a 23 of John Booten. The 98 of Brian Chris trying to get to that inside line. Don Franklin is right behind him in the 69. Franklin has the 5 of Mark Karen at his door. Karen right now owns the 4th spot, but Franklin in car number 69 is trying to hustle his way to the inside line to take it away. And boxed right now behind all of these cars is Joe Warren in the 13. He's got no place to go. Right in front of him, it's stacked up with the 69 of Franklin there, and then he's got the 5 on the outside of Mark Karen. So really no running room for car 13 and Joe Warren. Joe's been really fast the last couple of weeks. He has closed the gap on point leader Kevin Booten. I believe just a dozen points now behind Booten for the points chase. Top 4 pickup handicap. That's right now Jimmy Varno's 07, the 23 of Ryan Booten, the 98 rather of Brian Chris, the 69 of Don Franklin. But Franklin really pushed over in turn number 2, and that opened up the inside line. Boy, Joe Warren has been waiting for a mistake, and he just found it over in turn number 2 as he is able to race now for that 4th spot. Don Franklin, 69, really pushed in turn 2, and that edged the 5 of Mark Karen to the top of the track. They all had to get on the binders, and 13 was on the inside line, and he was moving into that 4th spot. Challenge for the lead up front perhaps as Jimmy Varno is sideways towards the wall off of turn number 4, hanging on to the lead of the line with 2 to go. Working down on the inside is the 23 of John Booten trying to take the lead over in turn number 2. He's got Brian Chris hanging right off of his back bumper. Varno gets a good run off the top of turn number 2, hanging on to that lead, but the 23 of Booten still there on the inside. This could be a real good finish with 1 lap to go for the Renegades in the second qualifier. Varno still had the lead at the line, but Booten working on the inside, trying to gain some momentum off of turn number 2. Varno was again a little bit sideways, the rear end kicking out on his machine. As they race through turns 3 and 4, Varno stays in it deep into the turn. Here they come down the front stretch. He's going to hang on for the win. For second at the line, it was close between the 13 of Joe Warren and the 23 of number 3 is Richie Turner in car number 17. Richie is from Fairfax, Vermont. And shotgun on the field, the junk is beautiful too for Middleman. 6 cars running in this third qualifier as they take the green flag and head off towards turn number 1. Rob Favreau is going to take the lead from his outside front row starting spot. And then it's Kevin Booten moving into second. Jason McClatchy running in third. Richie Turner goes to 4th as everybody tries to work past the 44. Metal Man even has his sights set on moving past that 44N of Brandon Nolan. The car that was a scratch in this third qualifier was the 43 of Josh Terry. So it's Robbie Favreau in the 22, Kevin Booten in the 25. Then it is the 70 of Jason McClatchy. Those cars running in the top 3. And you've got the 17 of Richie Turner trailing them. But you've got some fast cars up front. Kevin Booten's peeking to the inside over in turn number 2. Rob Favreau trying to hold on to lead down the backstretch, but Booten is gaining ground. Moving to the inside in 3 and 4. Jason McClatchy in car number 70 is just off of his back bumper. As they work along the front stretch, Favreau has the lead. Favreau was still leading at the line. Will he still be the leader next time they come around the track? Booten is almost even in turn number 2. Down the backstretch going to the third turn. Favreau still holding on that outside line. McClatchy wants to go to the outside line as well as Booten tries to stick it down on the inside and hold that line. Favreau does still have the lead of the line. It's by about 3 feet for Rob Favreau in the number 22. Kevin Booten's 25 takes the lead over in turn number 2, though, but Favreau's on the top. Let's see if the banking kicks in for him as he stays in it deeper, going to 3 and 4. He'll take the lead again, going to the 4th turn. This time it's going to be close as they come down the front stretch to the line. It is going to be Booten by inches in the lead. Kevin Booten on the inside line had the lead by about a foot. Rob Favreau, though, gets a better run this time in turn number 2. Right behind him, Jason McClatchy in the 70 car, waiting to see which direction he wants to run in. Will he pull that inside line with Booten? Will he go to the top? Right now, trying the inside line with Booten. And this time, he is going to be able to finish that pass. He can go just about wherever he wants to now in turns 1 and 2. 2 laps to go for Kevin Booten. Second is the 22 of Favreau. The 70 of McClatchy trying to get inside that 22 car and take the second spot away, but he was loose off of turn number 2 that last lap, and Favreau was able to maintain a car length advantage over him in third. A white flag is out. 1 lap to go for Kevin Booten in the number 25. The 22 of Favreau runs second. The McClatchy 70 works in third. Richie Turner is fourth, and then it's a backstretch back to the Junk is Beautiful 2 of Metalman. Here they come, final time qualifying tonight for the Renegades. It's going to be Kevin Booten with a win. Ron Favreau second. Third to Jason McClatchy. Fourth goes to Richie Turner. Fifth, it will be Metalman. Yep, here he comes. And then it's going to be the 44N for Brandon Foley. 8 cars ready to run in the first qualifier. Top 4 will qualify and pick up handicap as they're on the hammer in turn number 4. A pretty good head start for Roger Lebrecht. Green flag. So they take the green flag, and Lebrecht leads off turn number 2. Now the yellow call goes out. The yellow flag is displayed as the field tries to slow, heading towards 3. The field reassembles, and we'll try again. Lebrecht again, a little bit quick. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Roger Lebrecht in the number 100, the M25 of Michel Vienne. And the yellow call is going to go out again. They weren't happy with Roger Lebrecht jumping the start.
So we're seeing a bit of frustration there.
On his part, sure. All right, we'll try again. This time it's Michel Vienne in the M25 and the 26 of Todd Ormsby on the front row. As the green flag is finally out on this first qualifier, Ormsby with a rocket off of turn number 2 as they're wheel-to-wheel for the lead. A lot of wheel-to-wheel racing through the field right now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Ormsby slingshots towards the front. Here comes Vienne back after him on the inside, and he will lead lap number 1. Michel Vienne in the M25 shows the way. Todd Ormsby in the 26 works in the second spot. Andy Haywood now after him in that second position with the number 80 machine. He's got the Gayosa Wine and Spirits number 80 trying to come through on the inside line to take that second spot away from Ormsby. The leader is Michel Vienne in the M25. And it's Todd Ormsby in the number 26. It's the 80 of Andy Haywood on the inside. Gets a good run off turn number 2. Andy Haywood's going to rock into the second spot. Here comes Ormsby back after him on the outside. Chris K.A. runs in 4th. Top 4 pickup handicap as they are moving towards turn number 1. Right now, Leon Gagnon, George Foley, and Pierre Berthiaume, all of them will be starting from deeper in the field come feature time unless they can get past Chris K.A. in that number 18. The leader is Michel Vienne. Then it is the 80 of Andy Haywood. Third is the 26 of Todd Ormsby. The 18 of Chris K.A. is in 4th. 5th is Leon Gagnon. 6th is George Foley. Pierre Berthiaume off the pace and headed back to the garage with a JM Racing 1 machine. Here comes Haywood looking for the lead in 3 and 4. Haywood works that inside line. M25 of Vienne's on the outside. It's the 80 at the line taking the lead. Andy Haywood comes through on the inside. He'll take the lead away. Second is Michel Vienne. Running in third, it is Todd Ormsby. Fourth is still Chris K.A. Leon Gagnon, George Foley still at the back, running 5th and 6th. They cannot make much headway on the number 18 machine. Now Gagnon's going to go to the top in turns 1 and 2. Chris K.A. trying to hold on to 4th. He'll move towards the top off the second turn. Gagnon, that breaks the momentum with the 18 drifting up in front of him. Working into 3 and 4. Leon Gagnon still moving towards the top of the racetrack, trying to get that 4th spot away from Chris K.A. Just about even was Gagnon that time of the line. George Foley, the 34, is snookered. He can't move inside. He can't move to the top because Gagnon's there. They are racing wheel to wheel right in front of the 34. He is a 3-time winner and right now would not pick up handicap for the feature. 2 laps to go as Leon Gagnon takes the 4th spot away from Chris K.A. Haywood shows the way. Vienne runs second. Third is Ormsby. 4th is now Leon Gagnon. Foley flies past K.A. taking the 5th spot. K.A. back to 6th. White flag is out. 1 to go for Andy Haywood. Michel Vienne still runs in that second spot. Todd Ormsby is third. George Foley trying to hustle and get that 4th spot away from Leon Gagnon. He's going to have to make up 2 car lengths down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out this time. Andy Haywood's going to get the win. Finishing in second will be Michel Vienne. Third, Todd Ormsby. Leon Gagnon. 4th, George Foley. Patrick Dupree. 8 cars ready to run in qualifier number 2. It'll be Mike Riel and Dan Brown setting the pace in this second qualifier. They're on the hammer coming through turn number 4. Green flag is out. Max Vienne in the 25, trying to move through on the inside line to take second from Dan Brown. He will. Brown runs in third. Here comes Greg Atkins. Atkins, the third place point man, trying to move to third as they go 3 wide into turn number 3. Oh, they box it up. Brown was slow, and the 78 of Vince Quinville didn't have much time to react, and he punched the left rear tire of that 327. Brown was really off the pace, headed to turns 3 and 4, and Vince Quinville on the number 78 smacked him in the left rear. As the yellow flag call goes out, the yellow flag displayed that will slow the pace. 27 of Brown. Ready to run again. 8 machines rolling off turn number 4 to the green flag. A restart for Max Vienne, who was right with Mike Riel at the line. Greg Atkins peeking inside, lifting that left front tire right up off the racing surface in turn number 2. Mike Riel is in the second spot as Max Vienne was able to race past on the outside line to take the lead. Riel working in the second spot. Here they come for third. It's going to be Atkins holding to that third spot. Andy Lindemann in the 3, works in 4th. Pat Dupree down the inside, though. He's going to take 4th away off turn 2. Let's see if Lindemann can come back after on the outside. Aaron Bartamy is also looking to roll. Wheel to wheel, racing for the second spot. Bartamy coming through on the inside line. He's going to go to 5th. Max Vienne with a sizable lead out front. Then it's Greg Atkins in the second spot. Pat Dupree has just taken 3rd away from Mike Riel, and Aaron Bartamy is going to take 4th. Riel's going to slide from 3rd back to the 5th spot by the time he gets to turns 3 and 4. Vince Quinville in the 78 works in the 6th position as Andy Lindemann has faded back to 7th. And then at 8th, it is Brown in the 327 machine. The 25 of Max Vienne with a healthy lead. Then it is Greg Atkins in the number 1. The 24 of Patrick Dupree, the B3 of Aaron Bartamy. The 02 of Mike Riel is in the 5th position as they're halfway in this second qualifier for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Dupree in the 24 pushes in the second turn. He's going to lose a car length to the 1 New York of Atkins as Bartamy tries to chase him down and perhaps put a bid in for that 3rd spot. The 25 of Max Vienne continues to pull away from the 1 New York of Greg Atkins. Patrick Dupree has the Saranac Country Store running in the 3rd position. Aaron Bartamy's B3 is 2 car lengths off the back of the 24. Then it's a gap back to the 78 of Vince Quinville, who works in the 5th spot. We've had 5 different winners in this division in 2012. George Foley is the only multi-time winner. He has won 3 times. 4 other drivers with a win apiece, including Todd Stone, Patrick Dupree, who you see in the 24, at Aaron Bartamy, who's in the B3, and Pierre Bertillon, who is in the silver 1. He was out in that first qualifier and had problems. Perhaps one of these drivers that we see running well in this qualifier will join that list. Max Vienne is really flying tonight with a 25. He's got half a front stretch lead with 1 to go. 1 lap remaining for Max Vienne. Smokes the right rear a little bit over in turn number 2. But he's got a real healthy lead. There's no need for him to push the issue whatsoever. Here he comes along the front stretch. Checkered flag for Max Vienne as he wins it. Second will be Greg Atkins in the 1. 3rd, Pat Dupree. 4th to Aaron Bartamy. 5th to Vince Quinville. 6th, it's going to be Andy Lindemann. 7th to Mike Riel. 8th goes to Dinner. 7 to run in this 3rd qualifier. The CO2 of Craig Riel will set the pace on the inside. He's on the hammer as they work it at turn number 4. Now along the front stretch, green flag. The 76 of Mike Wells runs with him, wheel to wheel into 1 and 2. Craig, boxed it up a little bit. The X of Bartamy had to get on the binders as the 76 was not smooth on the outside line. And that allows Pat McGrail's number 10, who was flying this past Tuesday night out at Duntire Raceway Park on his way to the victory, $3,000 victory for that number 10 machine when they raced this past Tuesday out in Lancaster, New York, as he won the second round of the Dirt Car 358 Modified Asphalt Series. Working in the second spot, a car length behind Craig Riel, the leader in the CO2. Pat McGrail will go to the outside in 1 and 2, move up towards the top of the racetrack, and he'll likely have the lead by the time they get to turn number 3. McGrail flies past on the outside line. The CO2 of Riel running in the second spot. Mike Wells works in 3rd. Chris Vernold's number 97 is in the 4th position. Todd Stone in the 1X right now runs in 5th. He'd like to move to the outside, but that time Vernold pushed in turn number 4, and the 1X could not find running room to the outside. Keep an eye on that battle for 4th. The 97 of Vernold and the 1X of Todd Stone. Stone again is on the outside. Here he comes. Now he's on it. Up against a wall along the front stretch, but Vernold is holding him off. Vernold in the 4th position. Stone in 5th. And it's Adam Bartamy next, the 55 of Matt Woodruff. Todd Stone trying to work his way into the 4th position. Again, he'll go to the outside in 3 and 4. Take it towards the wall. This time he's got a better run. Down to the line, Stone has 4th. Chris Vernal, the number 97, is in the 5th position, trying to come back after Todd Stone on the inside, but he's not going to be able to do it. Stone will pull away down the backstretch. Huge lead out front for Pat McGrail in the Fastenal sponsored number 10. He's got a half backstretch lead, almost a full backstretch lead over the CO2 of Craig Riel. Wheel-to-wheel racing now for 3rd as Todd Stone is able to move through on the inside. Stone started 7th in the qualifier, now works into the 3rd position. Todd Stone with the G-Stone Motors machine into 3rd. Stone is the point leader with 340 points. He's got 1 victory and a 26-point lead coming into tonight's racing over George Foley in the number 34. 2 laps to go for Pat McGrail. In the last practice session for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division, Pat McGrail was almost 0.2 of a second faster than any other car in this division. And he is cooking around here right now. The white flag is out for McGrail. He was especially faster than everybody off of turn number 2. That's where you could really see him pull away from everybody else. Todd Stone has moved to 2nd. He's been able to move past the CO2 of Craig Riel, who's now back in 3rd. Checkered flag is out. Pat McGrail wins it by a lot. Here comes 2nd place finisher Todd Stone off of turn number 4. 3rd is going to be Craig Riel. 4th is Mike Wells. 5th is Adam Bartamy. 6th is Chris Vernold. And 7th.
And in the 6th spot, we have, I can't see over
That's
there.
the 20.
The 20 of Jamie LaFountain from Keysville, New York. And the number 7 of Lonnie Rivers. And here they come down the front stretch. Fournier takes the lead into turn 1. He's followed closely there by number 28, Lozier, who spins out
That's
in the dirt.
Shocking.
And Fournier holds on to the lead coming around the 4th turn. We stay green. He's followed closely by Susie. And the 14 of John Michael Brissett.
Poor Eric Lozier in the number 28. He has a lot of power in that car, but until he can figure out turn number 2, he is going to forever burn through numerous right rear tires.
Fournier building a comfortable lead here as he heads into the backstretch. Susie still in 2nd place, followed by the 33 of Travis Bruno as they make their way around the front stretch. Fournier still out comfortable.
Fournier has 1 win under his belt in 2012. He's one of 5 different drivers who have a victory in this division as Jamie LaFountain makes a pass on John Mike Brissett to grab 5th.
Coming around the turn 4 again, Fournier still way out in front. Susie being pressured by Bruno and Rivers as we reach halfway. And Eric Lozier is trying to get back into this thing as the field fans out. Fournier still with a comfortable lead. He'll continue to hold the lead, and a tight battle for 2nd as Susie edged Bruno there at the line. Now Bruno in the turn 2 takes the lead from him, and Rivers joins him as well, going ahead of Susie.
Susie falls back to the 4th spot as he really pushed badly over in the 2nd turn with just 2 laps to go for Sebastian Fournier in the number 98, who's got a near backstretch lead over the 33 of Travis Bruno. Lonnie Rivers in the R7 working in 3rd.
Jamie LaFountain in that 5th spot, trying to move up. White flag for Fournier as we come down through one final time. Fournier's well ahead. And it looks like Susie is going to be challenged there by LaFountain for that 4th spot on the backstretch as they head into turn 3. Fournier takes the checkers. Here comes the battle for 4th. Susie holds on with John Mike.
The Mueller & Sons Heavy Duty Towing and Recovery number 2. 7 cars ready to run. Here's Joe.
Green flag is out, and here they come down the front stretch. Kinsman holds the lead at the beginning. Aubin tightly behind as they head into turn 2 and start to fan out. Haywood makes a move on the backstretch. He'll move into 2nd place, passing Aubin. Now they come down to turn 4 for the first time. Haywood cruising along. He'll hold the lead barely at the line as we head into turn 2.
Well, the Kinsman 35 really seems to be pushing off turns 2 and 4, and that's opened up the inside line. It allowed the 29 of Haywood to move through, as well as Aubin's number 7 to grab 2nd.
Kinsman in 3rd. The number 9 of Jimmy Introne in 4th. Branham holding 5th. as we head around turn 4 for Nick Haywood.
Well, Mueller in the 2 had a little tap on the 1 of Branham going to turns 3 and 4. And he allowed Branham to correct that car and maintain his position as Mueller backed out in the number 2, allowing Branham to straighten things out right in front of him.
Jesse Mueller trying to make a move on the backstretch to get into the thick of things, and Joe Daniels rounding out the field in the 7th spot. Haywood stretching out that lead, going down the backstretch now. Aubin second, followed closely by Introne, as the field tries to settle in and pick their way apart and move up front for this Adirondack Water Sportsman Modified qualifying heat.
Sebastian Fournier smoked the field in the first qualifier. Nick Haywood's in the process of doing the same exact thing in qualifier number 2. It's in terms of racing for the lead, it's been a couple of clunkers as Nick Haywood is going to have almost a full front stretch lead with 2 to go.
As we can see why he's the points leader, having a strong run right here as he still leads going down the backstretch. Aubin in second, followed closely by the number 9 of Jimmy Introne, who's trying to inch his way back up there. Mike Kinsman looks like he's going to lose a spot there.
Now that's a good battle to keep an eye on. Jake Branham in the 1 car was able to move to 4th, and Jesse Mueller goes to 5th.
Jesse Mueller has been moving up steadily since the beginning of the race. As you said, in his first race here, down the backstretch, he looks under Branham, trying to get him. There he goes into turn 3, takes the spot away. Branham close behind. As they come off turn 4, Mueller will take it, lead over Branham. Kinsman behind Branham. By next to him is number 11, Michael Whalen Jr. And in the 4th row, number 16, Dale O'Neill. Next to him is the 03 of Speedy Brissett. And in the last 5th row, the 54 of Jason Chris. Next to him, the 21 of Travis Sherman.
Scott Richner's driving that car.
Scott Richner will be in the 21 car.
Meanwhile, Joe, there's about 4 wide racing over in turns 3 and 4. See, when you have all those cars, you got to try to work through the lineup quickly because you don't want to. Look at this, 4 wide along the front stretch. Dale O'Neill way down on the inside as they race off into turns 1 and 2.
Jay LaGrave holding the lead.
Not for long.
Being pressured by the 02 of Eric Reel.
Riel's going to take the lead.
As they bunch up behind them. Coming off turn 4. And Reel does take the lead. But he's being pressured there some more.
That's a 3 of Rob Sine, who's trying to take the lead away off of turn number 2. 3-car battle for the 3rd spot. Jason Chris is way down on the inside line with the number 54, trying to take that position and move to 3rd as they continue to race 3 wide off the 4th turn, halfway.
Jason Chris looking strong, trying to inch up there. He's in 3rd now. As the 02 of Eric Reel continues to lead as they head down the back stretch in this 6-lap feature.
Heat,
excuse me.
The leader is the 02 of Riel. Rob Sine in the 3 is second. Jason Chris in the 54 is coming after him, though. He's won the last 2 feature events in this division. Jason Chris, nobody faster right now in this division than him.
He's on the backstretch heading into turn 3. He'll take the 2nd spot, trying to duck under the 02 of Reel for the lead. He'll have to hold off there. White flag is out. And we'll see how we can do on this final lap. Up on the high side now.
That's where Riel goes, though. He's going to break his momentum. The 54 is going to have to move down to the inside line and beat him to the turn, but Riel's going to cut him off.
Darting under his bumper there.
Oh, there's room down the inside now.
And coming off the turn, he's got a good run on him. Riel's able to hold on and win the heat, closely followed by Jason Chris.
Jason Chris in the 54 finished in 2nd.
Dale O'Neill takes the 3rd spot.
Rob Sine was 4th.
And 3 and 4 to jump on the green to get this qualifier underway here. Green flag is out. Down the stretch they come. LaFountain holds the lead over Montroy as they head into turn 1. Montroy takes it up high. LaFountain down low as they bump and battle down the backstretch. 3 wide, they're going into turn 3. Coming off turn 4. They start to fan out there as the number 13 of Josh Lavarne takes the lead in a power move there. Going down the back stretch, they start to settle in and pick their spots. Lavarnway still leads, followed closely by Clark, who's looking for a place to get by him there. And Tim LaFountain has his nose in it. And the 45 of Josh Laporte is in fourth place. Eric Sales, the points leader, in fifth, on the move. Ducking down low is Clark in turn 4, trying to take the lead away. He'll get there at the line. Rob Clark in the lead as we reach the halfway mark of this qualifier. Clark starting to stretch it out down the back stretch as Josh Laporte looks to make a move now. He's in third. And he darts to the inside, looking to make another move, trying to move up maybe one more spot. Rob Clark, he's off the track on the bunker, and that'll cost him as he drops down to fourth.
A slight miscalculation of turn 2 for Rob Clark.
Takes advantage of that, and he'll come to the line at the white flag. 1 lap to go for Josh Laporte. And the battle is on for second. Eric Sales goes up high, trying to get around the 13 of Lavarnway, but that's a tight move, and Clark's down on the bottom, trying to hold on for second. Now Sales goes up high, trying to make a final-ditch effort here, but it won't happen as Josh Laporte takes the checkers to win this qualifier in a close heat at the end there.
In the Gallagher Towing, number 35, it is Brian McGinley. That's the field. We're ready to run. Feature event, 25 laps the distance for the J&S Steel Limited late models. Here they come. Green flag. Fred Lagoy from the outside going to take the lead going to 1 and 2. Jimmy Bushy not so fast as he tries to come back after him. The outside line, Keith Pelkey trying to roll as well. The 20 of Bucko Branham uses the outside as he tries to move past the 4 of Brandon Atkins. They race off of turn number 4. The leader on lap number 1 is going to be 7, Fred Lagoy. The 11 of Jimmy Bushy is second. Keith Pelkey's number 24 runs in third. 3 wide racing. Look at Bigor work the rim of the racetrack around the outside trying to get 2 spots. He's got Sean Duquette underneath. As Bigor and Duquette try to hustle their way to the front. Right behind them, moving to the front as well, is car number 61 of Robin Wood. It is the 7 of Fred Lagoy, the 11 of Jimmy Bushy, the 24 of Keith Pelkey. Bushy's been pushing in turn number 2. He does again. Here comes room on the inside for Bucko Branham at car number 20. If he can get there, Bushy in car number 11 tries to come back down in turns 3 and 4. He'll close that door temporarily, but if he pushes again in turn 2, Branham's going to get that spot. You watch. The leader is Lagoy in the 7. Let's see, can Bushy keep it down on the inside? Again, he goes towards the top. Let's see, no, Branham can't quite get to the inside line that time. Better momentum maintained by the 11 of Bushy. Side-by-side racing for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Right behind Branham in that 20 car who sits in 3rd. Side-by-side racing. Duquette is in that 4th spot. Here comes Branham for 2nd. This time he's got momentum, and he'll take the 2nd spot away as he goes into the 3rd turn. Fred Lagoy leads by 3 car lengths. Bucko Branham says, we got to spin towards the back. It's Jamie Atkins, the number 68, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. First would be Cody Myers in car number 75. Those cars running in the top 10 with 4 complete. 21 laps remaining. Slow pace set by the front row. Now they're on it. Here they come off the 4th turn. There's the green flag. Lagoy in the 7 car showing the way. Jimmy Bushy in car number 11 on the outside. Branham dives underneath off turn number 2. Here comes Branham for the lead. 3 wide down the backstretch. Branham in car number 20 going for the lead into the 3rd turn. Lagoy in car number 7 works in the middle. On the outside, it's Jimmy Bushy in car number 11. Bucko Branham shooting for win number 4 as they lean on each other for 2nd down the front stretch. Branham's got the lead. Duquette's on the inside, 3 wide still. The 7, the 11 get together. They go to the top of turn number 2, spinning off the racetrack, and the yellow flag comes out. The yellow flag, point lead coming into this race, looking to extend that point lead and looking to pick up his 4th win of the year. Here they come into turn number 4, now along the front stretch to the green flag. Branham's down on the inside, Duquette's on the outside, and Sean Duquette's got a heck of a run going off of turn number 2. He'll put the nose out in front. Here comes Duquette on the outside line. Branham works back after him on the inside line. Sean Duquette's got a run going for him on the top of the racetrack. Down to the line. He's the leader. The Taylor rental number 18 of Sean Duquette took the lead away that lap, but Bucko Branham's coming back after him on the inside. Oh, look at Duquette pull away down the backstretch. A battle for third. Robin Wood has that third spot. Jamie Begor's running in fourth. Keith Pelkey back to fifth. The battle is still on for the lead. Branham's not going to give up without a fight, certainly in that number 20. He continues to work the inside line. Sean Duquette's on the top. Branham has the nose out in front off two. Now Duquette in the 18 comes back after him with a banking. Into turns 3 and 4. Sean Duquette working the top of the racetrack. Bucko Branham's down on the inside. Back down to the line. It is Duquette by a foot. Side-by-side racing. Jamie Begor's in the number 19 trying to take that third spot away. Robin Wood in car number 61's on the top of the racetrack. Side-by-side racing. First, second, third, and fourth. It's Duquette in the 18 still showing the way. Here comes Branham back after him on the inside. Down to the line again. It's Duquette, this time by 5 feet. Oh, if we have this for the next 15 laps, what a barn burner of a race this will be. Branham's got the lead over in turn number 2. Duquette gets a piece of the bunker with the right side tires. He's going to lose some momentum. Branham trying to lead this lap, take the lead away from Sean Duquette. Branham is going to lead lap number 10. Branham leads in the 20. Sean Duquette in the number 18 trying to stay at his door. Oh, you can see a bobble that time from the 20 as he was loose in turn number 2. That brings Duquette right back into the mix. Duquette works the top of the track. Branham works down low, side-by-side racing. Top 4 point guys are going after it tonight. Branham had the lead by 2 feet at the line. That time Duquette was a little loose over in turn number 2. Jamie Begor's closing in. So was Robin Wood in the 61. Keep an eye on those two. They've been running side-by-side now for almost 4 laps. It's Branham in car number 20 on the inside line, having the lead again as they're halfway. Leading by 2 feet. That time was Branham at the line. Sean Duquette sticking with him on the outside. Right behind them, the side-by-side battle continues between the 19 and the 61. Begor's 19 running much better this week through turn number 2 on that inside line. Throw a blanket on the top 4 cars. It is still Branham at the line. That time it's a 5-foot advantage. Bucko Branham in car. Oh, Duquette pushes over in turn number 2. He's going to lose 2 spots. Sean Duquette in the 18 was sideways in the second turn. He's all the way back to 4th. Now it's Branham leading. Jamie Begor in car number 19 trying to close on his back bumper. Then it's Robin Wood who is in 3rd. Begor's been working that inside line. Branham in the 20 car, trying to pull away off of turn number 2. It's a 1 car length advantage. Begor trying to close as they work down the backstretch to 3 and 4. Robin Wood still works the top of the track. Sean Duquette trying to get back into the mix as well. Off of turn number 4, it's a half car length lead for Branham at the line. 10 laps to go for Bucko Branham. Jamie Begor in the 19 machine running in the 2nd spot. Closing still about 3 feet off the back bumper. The 61 of Robin Wood works in 3rd. Then it's Duquette running in the 4th spot. Now the top 4 freight training around the Big A. It's Branham still by half a car length at the line. Robin Wood in car number 61 working a middle line around the track. Sean Duquette had a peek to the inside that last lap off of turn number 2 as Wood gets off the backstretch. Here comes Sean Duquette now trying to get that 3rd spot. Jamie Begor pulling onto the back bumper of the 20 of Bucko Branham. Wood was able to hold off Duquette and still maintains 3rd. Duquette appears to be fading with the number 18, fighting an ill-handling machine. Bucko Branham in car number 20 took the lead early in the race. Jamie Begor in car number 19. Does he want to go out to the top of the racetrack to try to make a bid for the lead? 18 laps complete. It is the 20 of Branham, the 19 of Begor, the 61 of Robin Wood. Then the 18 of Duquette, side by side for 5th. The 24 of Keith Pelkey and the 4 of Brandon Atkins. That's a good race that's going on for the 5th position. Branham's lead is a car length at the line. Driving a smooth line around the track. Smooth that time off turn number 2. As he pulls away to a car length and a half advantage over Jamie Begor. Robin Wood trying to close in with that number 61 car. Begor continues to work a lower line around the racetrack. It's an almost 2 car length advantage that time for Bucko Branham. Begor in the number 19 trying to close back in at a better run off turn number 2, but Robin Wood right now appears to be the faster of the cars as he is closed onto the back bumper of the 19 of Begor. Let's try to set the field for you as we head into the final laps of this one. Branham leads. Begor, oh, he's loose in turn number 2. That car is starting to go away for Jamie Begor, the 19. The lead is now 3 car lengths, and Robin Wood's coming after him now for that 2nd spot. Jamie Begor's car appears to be fading as we hit the later stages of the race. Branham leads, Begor is second, Wood is third, fourth is Duquette. Fifth was the 4 of Atkins at the line that time. Sixth was the 24 of Pelkey. Seventh is Cody Myers. Eighth is Mike Shagnon. Running in ninth, it is the 68 of Jamie Atkins, and Chris Frenier rounds out the top 10. 2 laps to go for Bucko Branham. Branham in car number 20 shows the way. Robin Wood in car number 61 moves to the inside of turn number 2. Wood trying to take the second spot away from Jamie Begor. Begor's car has been starting to go away on him in these final few laps as the leaders come down the front stretch to the white flag. White flag is out for car number 20 in Bucko Branham. Branham is on his way to win number 4. Robin Wood has the second spot. Jamie Begor in the 19 will try to make one last bid on the top of the racetrack for second. Here they come off turn number 4. Branham to get win number 4. Wood finishes second. Begor is third. Fourth is going to be Sean Duquette. Fifth to Brandon Atkins. Sixth to Keith Pelkey. Off of turn number 4, seventh will be Cody Myers in the number 75. Eighth will be Mike Shagnon. Ninth is Chris Frenier. 10th is Jamie Atkins. 11th, Casey St. Clair. 12th will be Brian McGinley in car number 30.
Bucko Branham gets the checkered flag, and he'll take his victory lap in an exciting race for the limited late models in this feature event. Branham took the lead about halfway through the race and stretched it out and pulled away for the comfortable victory. Robin Wood won the battle for second place, and Jamie Begor finished third. Sean Duquette took the 4th spot in the 18, and the number 4, Brandon Atkins, came in 5th. As Bucko Branham pulls into victory lane here, his 4th win of the season. And
all right, waiting for Bucko to hop out of his race car as he picks up his 4th victory of 2012. He'll build his point lead as well. Climbing out, give him a nice round of applause, everybody. This is Bucko Branham. All right, fairly early in the race. Restart with Sean Duquette. He was on the outside. Your car was down on the inside. You had to work a number of laps on the inside of Sean, and then eventually it seemed like his car started to go away on the top. And your car stayed real consistent down on the inside.
Yeah, I knew the more I kept pushing him on the outside, the harder he drove in, the tighter the car would get. So, you know, it just comes with experience from some of these younger guys. Just, you know, Sean's a good racer, and he's going to get it one of these days. He's really good. I just kept running him hard, so I just then I started letting off early so I can pick up the throttle earlier, and eventually got by him.
And then your car seemed to stay consistent over the full 25 laps, as a couple of other cars seemed to fade a little bit down the stretch, and their cars weren't handling as well as yours was. More consistent, I think, on your part over the course of the full 25.
Yeah, of the 7 weeks, we've had 6 different setups in this car, and so far I think I like this one.
Well, this is win number 4 for you. It's going to increase your point lead as well. And it seems as though between yourself and Robin and Jamie and Sean, you guys know that but the competition's real close, and you've got to get to the front as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. I mean, you know, if Robin gets out front, then he's got to run into problems, whether he's too tight or too loose that night. And one of us are a little bit better. I mean, obviously tonight I think I was just a hair better than both of them, but my night will come where I'm not that good either, so we'll be all right.
Well, congratulations on getting another victory. Nice job.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Bud Light, Precision Auto Center, and Marshall Homes. I got too many. Econo Lodge, Liquor and Wine Warehouse.
I've memorized most of them, Bucko.
Yeah, they're all great people. I mean, they helped me out tremendously, so I really appreciate it.
All right, that's Bucko Branham, everybody. As he wins again, we'll have Bucko draw the winning bike number as well.
3 of John Booten to set the pace as they get set to run their 25-lap feature event tonight. Here they come into turn number 4, now working along the front stretch. Green flag is out. Varno in the 07, Booten in the 23, leading them off of turn number 2. It's a good run for Jimmy Varno. The inside line starts to move. The 22 of Rob Favreau going for the second spot. Meanwhile, the 23 of Booten works on the outside. He's got Rick Donor thinking 3 wide off of turn number 4. Donor trying to thread the needle. Donor coming through the inside line. Kevin Booten is right behind him in car number 25. He sees the same hole through the middle. Can he get there? Off of turn number 2. Kevin Booten's at the door of the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Raptoy trying to make it difficult for that 25 to work past, but he's got momentum and he's got his sights on the 357 of Kurt Seymour. The leader, Jimmy Varno in the 07. A couple of drivers from Peru out front. Varno, the 07. The 22 of Rob Favreau takes the lead off turn number 2. Now Varno comes back after him on the outside. Dead even working to the third turn. Right behind them, it is the 1 of Rick Donor with a bird's eye view of the battle for the lead. That's going to go to Rob Favreau. Favreau will lead the third lap. Lots of side-by-side racing through the field, which is just about always the case in this division. A lot of good, clean racing in the Renegades. It's the 22 of Favreau leading, the 07 of Jimmy Varno in the second spot. Then it's the 1 of Rick Donor. The battle for fourth still continues between the 357 and the 25. That's Seymour and Kevin Booten. Kevin Booten at the line had the fourth spot. Rob Favreau trying to check out with the 22. His lead is now 5 car lengths off 2. Side-by-side racing for second. Rick Donor in the 1. The 07 of Jimmy Varno as they race through turns 3 and 4. Coming off of 4 down along the front stretch. A lot of side-by-side racing continues through the top 10. This is the area that the drivers have a little bit of a problem with the sunlight, but as you can see, when they work off turn number 2, they're already in the shade. So right now, the worst part of the racetrack for them is just coming off of turn number 2. That's where they see the sun, but it quickly disappears. Not so easy for us in the grandstand watching as we're dealing with that sun when they work down the backstretch. But for the drivers right now, Rob Favreau in the shade and not dealing with the glare that you and I are dealing with as we watch this race as they work down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Well, Rob Favreau is the leader. Running in second is Rick Donor. Working in third now it is car number 25 for Kevin Booten. Fourth is Jimmy Varno in the 07. Then it's Lance Raptoy in car number 11. Joe Warren, car 13, moving towards the front. Warren started in the 11th spot, and right now he is up to 6, so he has gained 5 positions over the course of the first 7.5 laps. And it's the 357 of Curtis Seymour. He works in the 7th position down on the inside as Joe Warren moves down right in front of him, trying to grab a spot away from Jimmy Varno. The 25 of Kevin Booten is sizing up the 1 of Rick Donor. Donor works the top of the track. Meanwhile, Booten goes down to the inside, headed towards turn number 3. Kevin Booten trying to take the 2nd position away as the 22 of Rob Favreau continues to build the lead out front. His lead is some 12 car lengths at the line, but Booten is we got problems along the front stretch. Josh Terry, Richie Turner, Mark Karen. The 98 of Brian Chris bounced off the wall. And that's going to bring out a yellow flag. This happened towards the middle or back of the pack. Looks like the 23 of John Booten wasn't harmed too. Consistent battle for the 2nd spot that has allowed Rob to in a Renegade. Kevin Booten, of course, has won multiple times. Lance Raptoy is looking for his first win this season. Joe Warren's won twice. He's 5th right now. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flags back out. Field races off into 1 and 2. Rick Donor going after it on the outside line. He's got a pretty good restart working for him. They lean on each other off turn number 2. Down the backstretch, it's side-by-side racing for the first 10 spots. Still side-by-side through the field. Here they come off turn number 4. For the lead on the outside, give it to Rick Donor. Donor leads by 3 feet. Donor in car number 1 is the leader. Rob Favreau in car number 22 was 2nd, but he has the lead over in turn number 2 on the inside line. He'll drive to turn 3 with the lead. Donor to come back after him on the outside. Let's see if he can get a good run again off of turn number 4 like he did last lap. Nope, not going to happen. I think Favreau's going to have the lead. Well, let's see. It's Favreau by a couple of feet at the line. The 51 off the pace, limping back to the garage. Favreau had the lead that time by a couple of feet. Again, it looked like there was contact over in turn number 2. Favreau in the 22 holds the line, holds the lead going to 3. Donor in car number 1 back to the 2nd spot. Kevin Booten in car 25 working in 3rd, coming through on the inside. Kevin won the first 2 weeks of the season. That was at the end of April and the first week in May. He's hit a dry spell, but it might end tonight. Favreau pushes high in turn number 2. Here comes Booten through on the inside. Kevin Booten goes for the lead, going to turn number 3 on the inside line. Booten, car number 25, 2-time defending track champion off of turn number 4 with a race, and he's got a race with Rob Favreau for the lead. Kevin Booten leads by a couple of feet. Booten has the lead. Favreau in the 22 trying to fight back on the outside line. Rick Donor works third. The 11, Lance Raptoy, is fourth. Fifth, still Joe Warren. The H2O of Rob Gordon runs in the sixth position. Out front, Kevin Booten leading. Rob Favreau still almost at the door of that number 25. Let's see if Booten can pull away and finish the pass and work whatever line he wants, going to 3 and 4. No, the 22 of Favreau is still on the outside. Still pinned down to that inside line, but it doesn't matter. That inside line is really coming to life for Kevin Booten in the 25, as now Favreau's 22 will follow him in line. Robert Gordon in the H2O again working that extreme top line around the racetrack, and he really picks up a ton of momentum off of turn number 2. See if he runs that same line again when he goes into 1 and 2 this time. Gordon takes the H2O right to the top of turns 1 and 2. Let's see if he'll go up there again, or no, this time he's going to follow Joe Warren around. Well, we've seen him do that a couple of times tonight. The H2O has picked up a bunch of momentum, really staying in it, working the extreme rim around turns 1 and 2. Kevin Booten's trying to run away right now. His lead is up to 10 car lengths over the 22 of Rob Favreau. Then it's the 1 of Rick Donor, the 13 of Joe Warren, the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Gordon in the H2O is still 6th. Joe Warren has moved to that 4th spot as he has moved around the 11 of Lance Raptoy. So Raptoy is 5th. 6th is the H2O. Running in 7th, I believe that's Kurt Seymour coming out of the sun in a 3:57. 8th is Tyler Terry. 9th is Don Franklin, and rounding out the top 10 is John Booten's number 23. Jason McClatchy going after that spot, however, for 10th. Rob Favreau and Rick Donor racing now for the 2nd position. The outside line for Favreau has brought him back to Donor. Donor using the inside line and had 2nd on that lap. 19 laps complete now for Kevin Booten. Booten has a healthy lead out front. Doesn't want to see a yellow flag come out, though. That'll bring him right back to everybody else in the field. Side-by-side racing for 2nd continues. That allows Kevin Booten to continue to check out. But the battle for 2nd is a good one. Rob Favreau that time had 2nd by a foot. Rick Donor in the 1 car. Favreau in the 22. Joe Warren in car 13 is 4th. 5th is Rob Gordon now in the H2O. Lance Raptoy back to the 6th position with car number 11. Running in 7th, still Curtis Seymour. Tyler Terry 8th. Don Franklin 9th. And rounding out the top 10, it's still John Booten with car number 23. Rob Favreau, car number 22, still in that 2nd position on the outside, but Rick Donor's been hanging right with him on the inside line. Donor in car number 1 trying to take 2nd away, but Favreau, to this point, has been able to hang on to it. Lap number 22 goes up on the board. 3 laps remain for Kevin Booten, who is on his way to his 3rd victory. Good racing for spots 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's where Donor, Favreau, Warren, the H2O of Rob Gordon, and the 11 of Lance Raptoy, all battling for position. 2 laps to go for the 25 of Kevin Booten. Side by side at the line for the 2nd spot, real close between the 1 and the 22. Off of turn number 2, it's the 1 of Donor who has the 2nd spot. But going to turns 3 and 4, it'll be the 22 that will close back on the outside line. 1 lap to go for the leader, Kevin Booten. This time it is Donor at the line in the 2nd position. They lean on each other again going to turn number 1. Right behind that battle for 2nd, it's the 13 of Joe Warren who is running in the 4th spot. Your leader is in turn number 3. Here he comes off the 4th turn. This is win number 3 of the season for the 25 of Kevin Booten. The race for sale, contact off 4. It is the 1 of Donor. The 13 and the 22 lean on each other all the way down the front stretch. And then the H2O and the 11.
Congratulations to Kevin Booten as he takes the checkered flag and proceeds on his victory lap around the track at the Big A here. Running 2nd in that Renegade feature was number 1, Rick Donor from Sable Forks, New York. And in 3rd place, Robbie Favreau of Peru, New York, in a exciting race in the Renegade feature of 25 laps here at Airborne. Points leader Kevin Boughton with the big win as he finishes up his victory.
It is our 2-time defending track champ. Give him a nice round of applause. He's from Fairfax, Vermont. This is Kevin Booten, everybody. Congratulations, Kev. get a cold drink of water, and tell me that the inside line was the place for this car tonight.
Yeah, it seemed to work out good for me. The car was going great everywhere, but the inside was the place to pass tonight. It seemed like a lot of the cars were tight, so they were having a little trouble getting off turn 2, but it worked out great for us tonight. We needed a good run this week, come off a couple of bad weeks with mechanical failures, and feels good.
You've had some transmission issues as well. I know a few weeks back you had to hop into your brother's car. Talk about the mechanical problems that you've been dealing with.
Just mostly transmissions, just real freak things gone wrong. It was a new transmission at the beginning of the year, and unfortunately it failed, 5 races in. So that was set us back a little bit, and it took us a little while to get back on top, but I think we got it together.
But it's got to feel good to be able to diagnose the problem and then get this car just as fast as it was at the start of the season.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing harder to chase than a problem you can't fix, and luckily it was something we could take care of.
A lot of good racing side by side for much of this race in the top 5 and really back through the top 10. Talk about the side by side racing in the feature event.
Like always, this is a best division to race in, and these guys are awesome. They give you a bunch of room, and if you get into one another, it's not intentional. Last week we had a brief run-in where I ended up in the infield. It's racing, that stuff happens, and this week I was just glad to come back on top.
Win number 3. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, that's Kevin Booten, everybody, who gets his 3rd victory of the season.
She is from Saint-Remy, Quebec. And shotgun on the field, driving the 327 from Sutton, Quebec, it is Dan Brown. That's the field. Here they come, off turn 4, green flag. Craig Reel in the CO2. The M25 of Michel Vienne leads the field off turn number 2. Ooh, it was a tough turn 2 for the 10 of Patrice McGrail. You got to figure McGrail, starting outside row number 3, is the early race favorite in this one. But he is off the pace again along the front stretch. McGrail in the 10 car. He's already lost a couple of spots on the track, make that 1 spot to Andy Haywood, but now he comes back after him on the outside line. Craig Riel is the race leader with the CO2. Running in 2nd is Michel Vienne at the M25. That's Mike Wells in the 76. The 26 of Todd Ormsby. The 25 of Max Vienne. Vienne picks up that left front tire, gets the grip down the backstretch, going for 3rd. It's Max Vienne on the inside. 3 cars racing wheel to wheel to wheel through turn number 4. Max Vienne has 3rd. Todd Ormsby right up against the wall with a 26 that last lap. Trying to fight back and hang on to a spot. They've got the 80 of Haywood and the 10 of McGrail snookered behind them as they run wheel to wheel, the 76 and the 26. The leader is Craig Riel. Then you've got the racing Viennes. Son Max is in the 25. Dad and Michel is in the M25. Right now, Dad is 2nd and son Max runs in 3rd. 4th is Todd Ormsby. Pat McGrail looking to run on the outside, almost pushing him down the backstretch. McGrail goes to 5th with the Fastenal sponsored number 10 machine. If that 10 can clear the traffic in front, then I think he's going to chase down these top 3 cars very quickly. But he is boxed. He's got no place to go right now with the Fastenal number 10 machine. He continues to work now in the 6th position. The 76 and the 26 boxing things up behind them as they race for 4th. Mike Wells down on the inside, Todd Ormsby on the outside. The 80 of Andy Haywood trying to close on the inside line. Meanwhile, the Vienne starting to race for the 2nd position. Michel works the outside. Max down on the inside line. Here comes Max trying to take 2nd away from his dad. The leader, Craig Riel with the CO2. Mike Wells 4th. 3 wide off turn number 2. McGrail threads the needle going to turn number 3. Had Haywood down on the inside line, but McGrail comes through the middle, and the outside it was Todd Ormsby in the number 26. Craig Riel leads. The Viennes continue to battle. Michel on the outside. Max down on the inside line. Going to turn number 3. Max grabs 2nd. Craig Riel's really working on that right rear tire. You can see the smoke coming off that CO2 on the right rear. Michel Vienne is still 2nd. 3 cars battling for the lead out front. Craig Riel leads by a half car length off turn number 2. The 25 of Max Vienne goes to the 2nd spot. Michel runs in 3rd. 4th is now Pat McGrail, who's trying to chase down the leaders, with Mike Wells running in the 5th spot. 6th is the 80 of Andy Haywood. 7th is the 1 New York of Greg Atkins. Running in 8th is the 26 of Todd Ormsby. 9th is Leon Gagnon. 10th is George Foley. 11th is Aaron Bartaming. 12th is the 24 of Pat Dupree. 13th is Todd Stone. And 14th is the X of Adam Bartaming. Our point leader, Stone, right now is mired back in 13th. Max Vienne in the 25 trying to find a way around Craig Riel. Closing quickly is the 10 of Patrice McGrail. Max had better go fast because that 10 is chasing him down and he's now almost on the back bumper. Craig Riel not making it easy for the 25 of Max Vienne to get around. Michel Vienne, his dad has faded. He's back to fourth. Max is trying to find a way around Craig Riel, looking to the outside into turn number 4. Craig Riel works the inside line. Patrice McGrail moves down to the inside, looking for the lead. McGrail in the Fastenal 10, trying to go for the lead. Down to the inside to turn number 3. 3 wide. Patrice McGrail goes flying into the lead in turns 3 and 4. What a move by McGrail down the backstretch to turn number 3. Patrice McGrail may now set sail. Pulling away. Whoa, he was flying in practice. Earlier today, he was almost 0.2 of a second faster than everybody else in this number 10 machine, and he is pulling away as we're halfway in this one. McGrail made a 3 wide pass on lap number 13 for the lead off turn number 2. And now he is checking out. He's checking out of the hotel room and running away out front. McGrail leads by half the front stretch already. Craig Riel is second. Max Vienne still in that third position. Andy Haywood runs in fourth. Fifth is Mike Wells. Sixth is Greg Atkins. Seventh is Leon Gagnon. Eighth is Michel Vienne. Ninth is George Foley. Patrick Dupree rounds out the top 10. Foley's in a good battle right now, trying to move underneath Michel Vienne. He'll go to the 8th spot, as Michel Vienne's going to end up back in 10th by the time this shakes out. 11th is Aaron Bartamy. 12th is Adam Bartamy, and 13th is Todd Stone, the point leader, stuck back in 13th. The lead is the full front stretch for Patrice McGrail. Andy Haywood onto the back bumper of the CO2 at Craig Riel as his car is fading. Max Vienne has been able to fly past. He goes to second. Craig Riel is third. The 80 of Andy Haywood now in fourth. In fifth, here comes Greg Atkins in the 1 New York. Atkins, third place point man, goes to the 5th spot. Mike Wells starting to fade in the 76. Leon Gagnon in the 4 car moving underneath. Here comes Foley. Foley with a Shamrock Bar and Grill Pulsar's logging. Number 34 will pick up a spot. Patrick Dupree looking to do the same thing to the inside of Mike Wells. Less than 10 laps remaining for Pat McGrail, who is in a different zip code than everybody else. McGrail leads by almost half the racetrack. Max Vienne runs second. Third is Andy Haywood now. Fourth is Craig Riel. Fifth is Greg Atkins. Sixth is Leon Gagnon. Seventh, George Foley. Eighth is Patrick Dupree. Ninth is Mike Wells. 10th is Aaron Bartamy. 11th is Adam Bartamy. And in the 12th spot, it is Todd Stone. 13th is Michel Vienne. 14th is Vince Quenville. 15th is Todd Ormsby. 16th is Chris Vernold. 17th is Chris Kaye. 18th is Roger Labreche. 19th is Matt Woodruff. 20th is the 3 of Andy Lindman. 21st is Dan Brown. And those 21 cars on the lead lap. Mike Riel has just gone down a lap. He's in 22nd. Patrice McGrail has him running wheel to wheel right in front of him. He's going to have to find a way around these 2 cars, as now they'll fall back in line. It doesn't matter. McGrail's lead is half a track. He can run behind these guys for the rest of the race, and he'd still win by the front stretch. McGrail will go around Lindemann, and he's got Brown next in line. Max Vienne, the 25, still in the 2nd spot. Andy Haywood in the 80, running strong in 3rd, but everybody's racing for 2nd tonight. Pat McGrail in car number 10 has gone around Andy Lindemann. Next in line will be the 327 of Dan Brown. The leader is coming off of turn number 4, trying to find a way around Brown with a 327. 1 car is off. That's Patrick Dupree off of turn number 2. Yellow flag comes out. Greg Atkins runs 4th in the 1. George Foley has moved up to the 5th position after starting 13th. Those cars run in the top 5. Here they come off 4. Green flag. Foley goes after Greg Atkins on the outside. Doesn't get quite the bite that he wanted off of turn number 2. Still going to be in that 5th spot. McGrail trying to check out. There goes Foley again outside. Greg Atkins trying to get to 4th. Atkins fighting back on the inside line. Both machines picking up that left front tire. Foley goes to the 4th spot on the outside. George Foley trying to get to the top 3 now. That caution has brought him into play, at least for a show spot. Foley will try to get around the 80 of Andy Haywood. Working the outside of the racetrack as Pat McGrail continues to check out. McGrail in the 10 car, looking for his first win of the season. Leading by half the front stretch over the 25 of Max Vienne as the battle for 3rd continues with 2 laps to go. Andy Haywood trying to hold on to that 3rd place finish. Haywood 3rd. On the outside, it's Foley in the 34. He had to back out of it that time off turn number 2. Now he'll come back after him looking on the outside. Greg Atkins still running in 5th. White flag is out for Pat McGrail. Max Vienne still in that 2nd spot. Andy Haywood and George Foley battling for 3rd. Final time around the racetrack tonight for the Mod Squad, and here comes your winner. Off of turn number 4, first win of the year, it is Pat McGrail, the 10. Second, it will be the 25 of Max Vienne. The race for 3rd at the line, it looked like Foley in the 34. Then it was the 80 of Andy Haywood, and Greg Atkins in the 1 car finishes in the 5th spot. From there, Leon Gagnon in the 4 was 6th. I believe it was Adam Barnamy, Todd Stone.
The checkered flag and takes his well-deserved victory lap. Max Viennes pulls in 2nd place with another strong finish, and George Foley finished up strong, narrowly capturing that 3rd position on a fine run after that late race restart there. Patrice McGrail makes his way around on his victory lap. Job well done for his first victory of the year, a long time coming. He's put it all together and he's being congratulated there. And Rob Knowles making his way down the track to have a word with our winner.
All right, here's Patrice McGrail climbing out of his car. First win of the year here at Airborne. He goes back-to-back as he picked up a win earlier this week at the Duntire Raceway Park down in Lancaster, New York. Patrice, in practice, you were about a 1/10.5 faster than everybody else. And once you worked your way to the lead, you quickly, within 2 laps, had made it almost a half front stretch advantage. I thought you played patience early on in the race and just let things come to you and then really seized on your opportunity.
Yeah, usually I'm impatient, so this time, I was advised to take patience and be very patient. So I was very patient, and my car had a little push, at the beginning, and it was hard to handle. But after 5 or 6 laps, when the heat build-ups in the tire, the car was great, I had a great car. I'm very happy. It took me 3 years to win one. We were playing around, second, third. Now it's the first one. It took 3 years. I'm so happy now.
And of course, this has been a great week for you. You won out near Buffalo earlier in the week, the 75 lapper for the Dirt Car Modified Asphalt Series. And then, as you said, you've been trying to get to this position, and you've had a rocket ship all year long, and finally here you are in victory lane.
Yeah, I had a fast car all year, and Troyer built me a great car. I have to admit that I have a very, very good car. And, Bill Colton Troyer built me a good car, and he told me how to set up my car too, so that helps a lot.
Well, congratulations on getting that victory. Nice job tonight.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the fans.
All right, that is Patrice McGrail who gets the win.
Number 28 for Eric Lossier. And shotgun on the field, driving the number 2, the Mueller & Sons Heavy Duty Towing and Recovery 2 for Jesse Mueller from Olmstedville, New York. That's the field. Green flag.
Green flag's out, so Fournier takes the lead off the start, and he'll carry it into turn 1 and 2, followed by Cody Aubin giving chase. Fournier looking strong off the bat as he'll come down through turn 4, and he will lead the first lap of the race.
A number of cars boxed it up off of turn number 4. Jamie LaFountain's in trouble in the 20. The 35 of Mike Kinsman, the 46 of Joe Daniels, no place to go, as it looked like something might have in the garage area, and here again we throw it back to Joe.
As we come off turn 3 for the restart, and we have green flag. Fournier jumps out in front. Aubin trying to hold on to that second spot as Introne moves up on him. Now Aubin clears him as we go heading into turn 3. Fournier still in the lead. Aubin giving chase, slides a little off turn 4. Fournier will lead it coming down, and he'll take that lead into turn 2 and heading down the backstretch. Nick Haywood jumps up into second place with a strong move there. Aubin in third. Introne takes fourth as Fournier continues to build on his lead heading into turn 2, and Haywood is not going to let him get away. He's giving chase on the backstretch.
I just looked at the lap times, and Nick Haywood is about a 1/10 of a second faster that last lap, so Nick Haywood's going to chase him down.
2 of the premier drivers in this division going at it head-to-head, way out front of the rest of the field. Fournier holds a slight lead as Haywood dogging him down.
Well, that last lap, Haywood was 4/10 of a second faster than the 99. So he is certainly in the hunt, and he's going to try to find a way around that number 99 machine.
Good racing here as Haywood looks to the inside, coming off 4, and now he'll look at it again in turn 2, going down the backstretch.
Fournier turned a much better lap time that last lap. He was 0.3 of a second faster himself in that 99, perhaps knowing and sensing that the 29 is knocking on the door.
Lonnie Rivers has creeped up to 3rd place, and Travis Bruno's in 4th. Now Haywood looks underneath, down the backstretch, making a strong run. He pulls even with him and now pulls ahead and takes the lead into turns 3 and 4. Haywood completes the pass as he comes down the front stretch to lead it after 7 laps.
Nick Haywood looking for his 4th win of the season, works off turn number 2, and he'll start to set sail and pull away from the 99 of Fournier, with Rivers, the 2nd place point man, who had closed the gap point-wise a pretty good distance over the last couple of weeks as he had pulled up with victories in that R7 machine. He's running in 3rd, but he is far behind the top 2 running cars. Travis Bruno in the 33 is 4th, and Jimmy Introne rounds out the top 5.
Haywood building on his lead now, coming off turn 4 as he'll complete lap 9 in the lead. Fournier still trying to hang tough though. He's got a good car as well, but Nick Haywood is the class of the field right now as he heads down the backstretch, widening his lead. Rivers still in 3rd, and Bruno still in 4th. Haywood, as we come to halfway with a big lead.
Haywood was about 0.2 of a second faster that lap than the Fournier number 99, so he's going to continue to extend as long as he can maintain his lap times. He'll extend the lead. Sebastian Fournier in the 99, you'd better worry about Lonnie Rivers in the R7 because Fournier's lap time, 17.57. Lonnie Rivers is turning a 17.364. So Lonnie Rivers is actually reeling in Fournier for that 2nd spot, but Rivers has a lot of ground to make up, and he's got only about 8 more laps now to do it.
That gap between 2nd and 3rd is closing ever so slightly every lap we turn, but Haywood's comfortable out in front, and Fournier opens it up a little bit on Rivers that time. Maybe he sensed him sneaking up in behind him as Haywood comes around to finish lap 13, still way out in front. Sebastian Fournier in 2nd. Lonnie Rivers giving chase, and Travis Bruno in 4th.
All right, let's set the rest of the field for you. Jimmy Introne runs in the 5th spot. Running in 6th is Chris Susi as the yellow flag comes out for Eric Lossier with the number 28. With 13 laps complete. On our way to 20, here's Joe.
And they punch it coming out of turn 4. Haywood on the jump. He'll take the lead. Fournier trying to stay close, and Rivers as well. And Bruno rounding out in 4th. Haywood jumps way out. He's going to continue to lead and pick up right where he left off before that yellow flag. Haywood coming down in 1st, Fournier 2nd, Rivers 3rd as they head into turn 2. Nick Haywood with a strong performance so far. He's built that lead back up by about a dozen car lengths as Fournier is getting the heat from Lonnie Rivers. Coming out of turn 4, Rivers closing the gap for 2nd on Fournier. Haywood continues to mount that lead as Rivers and Fournier battle for 2nd. And Travis Bruno in 4th as the rest of the field fans out. Haywood still at the line in front. Fournier being challenged. Underneath goes Rivers into turn 2. They battle for it there. Fournier stubbornly hanging on. Rivers now dives down to the bottom in turn 3. He'll take the lead, and he will hold it coming off turn 4, and he has 2nd place over Sebastian Fournier as Nick Haywood takes advantage of those two battling behind him and stretches out that lead even further. Now Rivers starting to pull away from Fournier, who's in 3rd, and Bruno continues to run in 4th. Jimmy Introne in 5th, although he's being challenged there by the number 24 of Chris Susi. Haywood pulling away, and Rivers settling in for 2nd, and Sebastian Fournier rounding out 3rd place as white flag for Nick Haywood as he barrels around this track to capture another win in the Sportsman Modified Division feature race here. Finishing up now as he comes off turn 4, checkered flag for Nick Haywood. Lonnie Rivers 2nd, Sebastian Fournier 3rd, Travis Bruno 5th, Jimmy Introne, and then Chris Susi followed by Jesse Mueller.
Nice job by Nick. That's going to increase his point lead. He'll pick up 4 points on Lonnie Rivers, so he'll have a 24-point lead going into next week. That is win number 4 of the season for Nick Haywood. Like I said, 3rd earlier, but that is his 4th win. He had 3 wins coming into this race. So 4th victory of the season for the Plattsburgh driver as he takes the Budweiser, Warren Tire, T&B Metals, Peru Farm Center, Murphy's Bar, AK Auto.
Performance from Nick Haywood as he jumped out to the lead early on and held on, made it through some yellow flags, and took the win. We'll bring Nick around here now, get a quick word in with him. And here he is. Congratulations. Strong run.
Thank you very much. Definitely the car was hooked up tonight. Big difference since last week.
Yeah, I noticed the difference in qualifying. You even seemed better in the feature than you were then.
Yeah, the qualifying had a slight push, but we did a little air pressure adjustment, and the feature was perfect. So
It looked good. Started strong and got stronger. That yellow flag restart didn't seem to bother you at all either, did it?
it made me a little nervous. I thought the guys would be breathing down my neck, but I figured if I just ran my line and held a steady pace, I'd be fine. I got to thank my sponsors, Budweiser, RMG Enterprises, Brusso Contracting, T&B Metals, Prune Farm Center, AK Auto, and I got to thank all my crew, my dad and Jared and Mike and Mark and everybody. We put a ton of work into this thing every week, so definitely pays off.
We saw your picture in the paper that I think it was for your wedding.
Yeah, got married in April and still going good, so.
Well, congratulations, Nick Haywood, on another victory here at the Big A. Rob?
All right, that is John Bradley in the number 69. Riel in the 02 will pace the field. He's got Tim LaFountain at his door in the number 41.
As they come off turn 4, as we head for the green flag for this mini modified feature. Green flag is out, and away they go. Eric Riel leads them down into turn 1. He'll hold on to the lead, being pressured there by 41 Fountain. As they make their way down the backstretch, Fountain looks to go high, but can't quite do it. As Riel holds on to the lead coming around turn 4 to complete the first lap. He's being pressured on the inside, but Riel will hold on to take the lead. And now the 13 of Lavarnway ducks under him. He's looking for a pass there, but Riel holds him off. Lavarnway battling tight, door-to-door racing as they head out of 3 and into 4. Coming off 4. And the 13 will surge to the lead.
That's Josh Lavarnway taking the lead away with car number 13. Here comes Dale O'Neill in the number 16. He's going to move into the second spot. The 86 of Amber Turner has had a tough first couple of laps, trying to keep it at speed and out on the racetrack.
Lavarnway coming off turn 4, still in the lead. He's looking to open up some space there as O'Neill creeps up in second place. Lavarnway off turn 2, settling in the back stretch. Stays ahead of O'Neill. Going into turn 3, they tighten up a bit there, but Lavarnway shrugs him off, and he'll come down to lead after 3 laps.
Well, the yellow flag is out. Tim LaFountain's number 41.
Ready for the green flag. Lavarnway will lead him down into turn 3 as they coagulate at the rear of the field.
That's a big word, Joe. Coagulate. If you look
New
up,
racing term.
if you look right in the middle of backstretch, it appears there could be
Turns
some
back
showers
on.
just towards our north.
Green flag is out. Lavarnway leads him down the front stretch, and he'll take the lead into turn 1. Followed closely by O'Neill, who looks to go high around him, but Lavarnway says no. Down the back stretch, Lavarnway spacing it out now. O'Neill still hanging tough, and Riel in third. Looks like Signs on the outside is trying to make a move around Riel as they cross the finish line again with Lavarnway still leading after 4 laps. O'Neill now looks down to the low side. He's got a good run on him. He's door to door with him, and he will stick there as they stalemate coming off of turn 3 into turn 4. But O'Neill now creeps by and makes the pass, and he will take the lead over Lavarnway by about a half a car at the line. 10 laps to go. O'Neill tries to stretch it out. Lavarnway sticking with him. Real in third. As they head into turn 4. Lavarnway not giving up easily. Right on O'Neill's tail. O'Neill comes to the line. He's about a car and a half ahead of him now. As we hope those rain showers stay off, Rob.
They're on their way, Joe. They're heading in our direction, but hopefully we'll get this race finished. They're just off of turn number 3.
And O'Neill will lead him down as we come halfway through. He's opening up his lead on Lavarnway now, and Real tries to inch up from third place to get his sight set on Josh Lavarnway for that third spot. O'Neill, comfortable lead as he zips into turns 3 and 4. Now Lavarnway pulls a little tighter, but O'Neill coming off the turn, heads for the stripe, and he's still out in front. Josh Lavarnway giving tough battles. He's not going to give it up easily. And Real in third place. Oh, we got a car off the track off of turn 2. But he'll gather it together, and we continue to race. O'Neill still in the lead. Lavarnway giving chase. Real third. Eric Sales is starting to make his presence known a little bit as he creeps up into fourth, and he's got his set sight on Real for third place. Eric Sales, the points leader in this division, starting to look strong. We'll have 5 laps to go after this time round as O'Neill maintains his lead. Now Sales just underneath Real, and I think he got third. He is ahead of Real now, and he will clear him, and he will take third as the yellow flag comes.
Last year, so we'll see if he can. 5 laps remain in the mini mods. Joe with the finish.
And we're getting ready for some final fireworks of our own right here as they come off turn 4 and they take the green flag. O'Neill pressured by Lavarnway, who held the lead at the stripe on the outside. After this restart, Lavarnway takes the high side. He's looking to take control of this race. O'Neill right with him.
Don't count
Eric
out Sales.
Yes.
Don't count him out.
Strong move to move into third place right behind Lavarnway. They'll battle for the lead at the finish stripe line, and it's O'Neill with Sales right on his bumper. Sales looking strong. Lavarnway's not giving it up easy go as they go 3 in down the backstretch. Heading into turn 3, O'Neill holds off Sales, who jumps up now. Lavarnway still on the outside. Now Sales ducks down low. He's going to make a run for it. O'Neill barely hanging on for the lead at the stripe, but Sales has the inside track. He's going to try and make it around him as they come out of turn 2 and head down the backstretch. Those 3 still going at it strong. Into turn 3, now into turn 4 with 13 laps complete at the stripe it will be, and Sales pulls ahead, and he barely holds on, and he takes the lead. The points leader in this division. He is tough to deal with, and he's showing you why. Sales, about a half car lead over O'Neill down the back stretch, heading into turns 3 and 4. O'Neill not giving it up, though. Now Sales clears him, and he'll take the white flag. 1 to go for Eric Sales, points leader. Can he win another one here? He's looking good, but O'Neill's not letting him get away as those 2 pull away from the rest of the pack. Sales, about a car length lead over O'Neill as they head into turn 3. Now coming out of 4. O'Neill, one last shot. Not going to get it. Eric Sales takes the checkered and wins the mini mod division over Dale O'Neill. Congratulations to Eric Sales.
Well, Joe is headed down trackside to get a word with our winner, Eric Sales. And as he does that, we want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for joining us for another Saturday night of short track racing action at the Big A. We hope you've enjoyed your evening at Airborne. Again, we want to thank tonight's presenting sponsors from Dunkin' Donuts, High Peaks Dental, as well as Hart's Auto. We thank them for their support of the Airborne Speedway in 2012. Eric Sales with a victory lap for the 4th time this season. Dale O'Neill finishes 2nd. The late clear driver is out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause. Eric Sales with his 4th victory, and we'll go trackside with Joe.
Thanks, Rob. We got Eric Sales, winner again here at Airborne. Congratulations, Eric. Great run. Took you a little while, but once you got up there, you look real strong.
Thank you very much. The car was really good tonight, and it was good all over the track. Top, bottom, middle, it didn't matter. Found a new little air pressure secret. So.
Did you think if we didn't have that last yellow, you still could have gotten to the front?
No, actually, I was very happy to see that yellow. I was kind of boxed in there in the back. I didn't think I have enough laps to chase him down. But I saw Butch going 5 to go. I go, uh-oh, I'm running out of time.
Get it going there. You're the points leader by a wide margin. You've got a bunch of wins here. How do you not get too complacent and keep that edge week to week?
Just work on getting the car better every week. There's always something you got to try. Like tonight, I tried a little different air pressure, and I was like, hey, that works better. So, but thank you, Airborne. Thank you to all the promoters and all the sponsors and my sponsors. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Eric Sales, on another win in the mini modified division. Rob?
All right, once again, thanks again.